Well, where do you want to start? The good news is that you could change the way that you feel. Even if you're feeling like everything is falling apart right now, you could change it. The bad news is that you probably won't want me to say this, but if you don't change it, you won't stay the same place you are right now. You'll actually feel much worse. And I'm not saying to upset you, I'm saying it because I have gone through the same things. I'm going through sometimes the same things. And I could tell you that you could change your feelings. Well, the way to do it The way to do it, when I'm going to tell it to you right now, it's going to sound pretty simple. But now, when I'm going to share it with you, you'll tell me, well, yeah, here, it's nice that you're saying that this is what I need to do, but how am I going to do that? And we'll talk about that in a second. But first, when you feel in a certain way that you don't like that feeling, so what's the number one that everyone say to do? The number one thing that you need to do? Change the thought, right? And what they say, when you change your thought, you change your feeling. Now, that's really nice to say when you're sitting down and feeling good. Yeah, just change your thought, you'll be fine. But when you feel like shit, you, you're not open up to changing thoughts. Okay? So what I want to suggest is something that you could use also when you're not feeling good, also when you don't feel like doing anything. And not only changing thoughts, by the way, you probably also heard about something else that is called changing your perception, changing your interpretation. And I'm all in for that. Don't get me wrong. I'm all in for changing your thoughts. I'm all in for changing the interpretation to the event. Because really, 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 when you change your thought and when you change your interpretation to the event, so all of a sudden you have a better feeling. Because the reason you're feeling whatever it is that you're feeling is because you interpreted the event. I'm assuming we're talking about now, assuming you're not feeling good or you are feeling terrible, is because you have a certain thought that you gave it a certain interpretation that doesn't serve you. So changing thoughts and changing interpretation are a must. My question is, how the hell do you do that when you feel terrible, when you feel that everything is falling apart, when you feel that you just had enough, you just don't want anymore, you don't want even to try to change your thought, you don't want to try and right now bring a new interpretation for that event. And the reason I'm saying it, because I know it happens to everyone personally. I remember I was in a relationship, and at that time of the relationship, also my business was going, I won't say bad, I'll say disaster, probably. That would probably describe that phase better. And it was challenging because also the relationship wasn't going that well. We were trying to understand each other, didn't really work. And of course, the interpretation that I gave to the events that happened in the relationship were not really serving me, and also the thoughts were not serving me and were causing me to feel like I just had enough and enough is enough. And second, also the business was going, like I said, it was a disaster. Now, probably it has to do with each other in some way. It's probably connected, yeah, I know. But the point is that if you would have came to me then and told me, change your thought, change the interpretation, I would have told you, just leave me alone. When you get a phone call from the bank and telling you, well, listen, you owe us money, or when your girlfriend calls you, or wife, partner, whatever, and tell you that they're, not happy with the way the relationship is working and they're not really sure what to do and how to do, and they want to improve, but whatever. There's a lot of questions up there, but no answers. You don't feel like changing any thought. You don't, like personally, I didn't feel like changing any thought. Like didn't feel like changing any interpretation, and I read the books and I practiced a lot. I still didn't feel like it. Then I realized that in order for me to change my thoughts, in order for me to give a different interpretation, I need to stimulate myself in order to get to that step. Now, what do I need to do in order to change that? So now I'm going to give you a few steps that I personally not only used back then, I use it right now. Today in the day to day, I could use these steps, but these steps are really important. These steps can really help you change your feeling and bring you to a place of well-being, a place of prosperity, a place that you feel much better. And it won't start, that feeling until you don't start moving, until you don't start doing these steps. It won't just disappear. Step one, in order to bring yourself to a better place, that you could change your feeling and change the thoughts and change your interpretation that we spoke about 10 times already. Be in movement, okay? You don't want to be still too much. When you're in movement, you're helping your mind to create, new thoughts that are serving you, and all of your body is working. When your body is working, it's changing, it's transforming, okay? We could talk about all the advantages in movement, but that's not the point right now. My point is, I want you to be in some type of movement, whether it's dancing. There's people that say if you do the Superman movement so you feel better, you stay like this for a minute, or you stay, with this pose for a minute or two. I prefer dancing. Go swimming, go running, go cycling, do yoga. Be in some type of movement to transform your mind, okay? This is really crucial. Smile, even if you don't want to smile right now. And if you're saying like, yeah, just leave me alone, why are you talking about smiling now? Don't smile, I don't care. Do something else, just be in movement. Whatever movement it is you decide, I'm with you, for you, be in movement. Really, really, really important. As I mentioned, if you do a pose of strength, whether it's Superman or whatever, research shows that if you do it for a long enough time, you feel more confident, you feel better. Okay? It's there. Number 2, you want to use your senses, okay? You want to use your senses of vision, smell, and hear. Why am I saying that? In order for you to get to a state that you want to do, you don't want anything to change, okay? Like we said, if you're in a place that you feel terrible, you don't want to do anything to change. So what you want to do is you want to connect a certain smell or a certain sight, okay, or a certain sound to something that you like, okay? So what you're going to do is, now, if there's a smell that you like, it could be, lemon, lavender, whatever it is, smell it, but you want a smell or a perfume, okay? A smell that connects in your mind to something good, to something you like, to something that actually you're saying, wow, I love that memory. It's nice. I really connect it. So it could be your perfume, someone else's perfume. Like I said, whatever smell that connects for you, I don't care someone else, that connects for you to an event that you enjoyed, that brings you to a place of happiness, smell it. Okay? Now try changing your thought. Now try changing their interpretation. The same thing has to do with sight or listening, okay? Listen to a song that every time you listen to it, like, you get in a good vibe and you feel good. Or go see someone that you like, seeing people that you like, seeing friends, also really crucial. So what I'm going to ask you, okay? What I'm going to ask you right now to do, I know you don't feel like it, you don't want to do anything, you don't feel good. I'm with you, I understand you. Go anyway, okay? I'm not asking you to change your thought. I'm just asking you something really simple. Choose a smell that you like, that connects to a good event that you felt good in your life. Choose a smell, a sound, a sight that connects to something that you enjoyed in your life. And do it, okay? Listen to that song, listen to that class, go and dance, go and see someone you like, go and smell something. After you have done that, right after that, now change your thought. Now give a new interpretation. And you'll see, when you change your thought, when you give a new interpretation, all of a sudden you're like, wow, interesting. This could be painful, but I could also look at it after I felt the pain, which it's a whole different video. In order to heal, you need to feel. But after you felt that pain, now you could go and do that change that would help you feel better, okay? Now you could change your feeling to a feeling that serves you, to a feeling that makes you feel good. If after all this, you're still not able to change your feeling by changing your thought and your interpretation to the event, so in this case, have someone from the outside help you, okay? Go to a friend, to someone you appreciate, to someone you care. You could also go and see a psychologist, therapy, whatever it is, whoever it is. But go to someone from the outside, someone that could give you perspective, someone that could sometimes light different points in your journey that have much of beauty in them, but you can't see them. Anyways, go, and sharing with people you care about, going to a psychologist or someone that is in the therapy field can help you. But the point right now is for you to change your feeling, okay? Change your feeling by changing your thought and interpretation. I really recommend you go through these steps in order to do this change. Like I said, if you can't, go and assist someone from the outside, someone that knows you, someone that cares about you. Now, when you change your feeling, when you change that inner feeling inside you, you feel much better. When you feel much better, you could see much more of the beauty that is there in your life, because you have a lot of beauty and gold in you. But when you don't feel good, when you feel really bad, it's really hard to see it. So change that feeling, feel better, and find all of the beauty that is in you. I hope you enjoyed the video and you got some tools to overcome your challenges and light your path. For us to help other people, please press that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget that the most amazing things in life are the one you take for granted.